That type of shit. That's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear you say how you love people because you really don't.
Right. You want to hear honesty, the truth.
You really don't. And I could tell when you're bullshitting. Oh, rest in peace. You were a kind soul. No, you weren't. You were a fucking scumbag. You stole me $25 in that gig in Vail 10 fucking years. You know, that's what pissed me off, that you lose your mind, not in a bad way.
People have a public self and a private self.
Yes.
And I think the more and more those two things become further apart from each other, society gets really fucked up.
Yes, it does.
People tend to, they're only honest with their friends, and then when they go outside, they're saying what they think they have to say. And then everything gets fucked up because most people just go, well, I don't want any problems. I don't want anything. And so then whatever is happening publicly, whatever we decide publicly is the truth, is just a few people deciding it. And then the vast majority of people keeping their mouth shut because they don't want they don't want any problems. And then they go into their house and they go, can you believe this? This is bullshit. I hate this shit. Can you imagine they're saying this is this? That's fucked. But you catch them out, they go, nah, nah, nah. And they don't ever say anything. So then you have a few people that decide how everything's going to be for everybody. And that's what, and I feel it even with myself, and I talk so much shit all day, all week, everything, but like there's a lot of things where I go, you know what? I don't want to even get into the argument. Like, I don't want to get into the argument. I just want to live. I don't know how many years I have on this planet. Why am I going to have the argument? It's a natural thing that happens to people. They just go, I'm tired. I don't want to get into the argument. You want to believe that? Believe it. You believe it. Might be insane. It's insane to me, but you believe it. So it's a weird place we're in right now. The country feels weird right now. And I remember me and you had a talk about this a few months ago. It feels weird. There's something that's not being said. There's a lot that's not being said, but we're not where we were clearly before this pandemic, before all this stuff. A lot of people out there have a lot of anxiety. They don't know what's happening. They don't know the direction that things are going. And I feel like, and it's not political. It's none of that shit. It's not like this one's right and that one's wrong. It's just, I feel all of us, we have this ominous feeling that, God forbid, another shoe's going to drop or something else is going to happen. And I think it's, it's scary.
I mean, nobody expected the Afghanistan thing.
Right.
Nobody saw that coming. I'm not a political guy.
Right.
But I know that this week, that's been the big fucking issue. When I speak to people, I keep my mouth shut. I listen. I learn. I don't really know what's going on over there. But one thing I will tell you that I am proud of about L.A., the last 10 years I was in L.A., I didn't hold anything back.
Right.
When I shot movies or TV shows, one of the hardest things I had a problem with was shooting TV shows and movies. Right. I don't like the behavior of some people, how they act phony and shit. When I got off the powder, I went on a headhunting fucking ordeal. And then he said I went to, if I could tell who the director is, I don't want to be on that set.
Right.
Like if I get on the set and he's got a little hat with a feather in it,
right,
and his sleeve is rolled up to show the tattoo of the parrot,
right,
you go fuck yourself. You're not really a fucking director. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just, so I had a lot of problems. I was told a lot of times I was tough to work with just because I would speak my mind.
Right.
And I'm really proud of that because from 97 to 2007 when I was doing coke, I wouldn't speak my mind.
Right.
Because God forbid you break up my little cocaine den and my dreams. I'd rather not argue with you. Like there was a situation I talk about with Tommy at the store with him, and another comic came up to me and gave me shit about Joe. And I went home and didn't register that they were picking a fight with me.
Right.
If I would have known what I know now, I would have put both of them through the fucking wall, but I didn't. And part of the reason was, Tim Dillon, my cocaine habit.
Right. Right.
I didn't want to fuck up that little world, go to jail for 2 days, 3 days because you smack somebody.
Right.
Once I got off the coke, I still remember the first time I went on a commercial shoot and the director was being a dick to me, and I go, I'm not taking this, not tonight. It was a night shoot.
Right.
And I fucking went off on him, and he was so pissed he fired me and locked himself in his trailer. And he wouldn't come out. He kept saying, until you're gone. I'm like, it's 3 a.m. You're not going to hire somebody else to shoot this.
Right.
Come out, be a man, apologize.
Right.
Let's shoot this, and we'll wrap up and go home. And
now you got the Saints of Newark coming out.
Yeah, no, but that I had no problems on. That was a New York shoot. Right. See, Tim Dillon, what I learned was there's a big difference between an LA shoot and a New York shoot.
Right.
New York sets are closed, and they don't play that agent shit.
Yeah.
Where your agent shows up and gets a free meal, and I came to check on you. Get the fuck out of here. You didn't come to check on me. You came to get the fucking free meal, cocksucker.
And our agent will get 3 free meals a day.
Yeah. So I didn't want that. Yeah. But shooting in New York, I just shot something for Apple a few months ago. Fucking painless.
Yeah.
When I got the rules, they sent me rules, Tim Dillon.
Right.
I was like, this ain't gonna work. Uncle Joey don't do good with rules. Yeah. But once I got there, it was smooth, and that's what I'm really proud of that. That I really, like I would call a comedy club, and Justin would call me back and go, they said that they can't book Dean Delray because they already have a feature, and I would go, well, then tell them to give me a week with there's no feature.
Right.
We'll simplify it. Why fuck around? If they already got a feature, let them stay and bring another headliner in. And then that was my way of saying either you're in or you're fucking off the boat.
Right.
I'm bringing him. I don't give a fuck who you booked. You should have known better.
Right.
So it was like I didn't take shit. Like I was like, no, I'm not taking shit. And that freedom was what got me to where I had to go.
Yeah.
Once you break those self-binds.
That New York shoot I'm sure that was a great experience doing that movie.
It was one of the best experiences of my life in the entertainment business.
Yeah.
Because I learned something. I learned something from David Chase. I learned how to get comedy from quiet. He's the master of getting comedy from a quiet room, a look. I tried to bring our style of stand-up on that set.
Right.
And the first day I realized it wasn't going to work.
Right.
That style of stand-up was not. He was doing something completely different. And when I saw what he was doing, it blew my wig off so much that I had to join in. I had to join Scientology.